picture a pyramid where at the base of the pyramid there are different yogas that are fundamental, basic, very important, of course. This includes Hatha Yoga, for example. It includes Karma Yoga, very important, which is to perform your work as a service to humanity instead of as a service to yourself to make money, and so on. So in this foundation at the base of the pyramid, there are different yogas that are very, very valuable and important. But the point here is what is at the tip of the pyramid? What is right at the tip? And that is what I'm going to explain. Once you have attained a significant level of integrity and you have done the work through the basic yogas, at that point, yoga is about Amrita. Amrita is an essence, according to yoga, that is produced by the brain, specifically by the pineal gland, that is capable of transforming your life so deeply that you will live in constant bliss, and when the amount of Amrita that is produced by the pineal gland is significant, you may experience an awakening to your true nature. And what is that awakening about? Well, the same than in Advaita. You realize that there is just oneness, one Brahma without a second, or there is just one life without a second. So this realization that comes when the amount of Amrita is significant allows you later to work in your embodiment process. The embodiment process is the process that leads to embody that truth, making it real in your life, living according to the truth that you have realized in the awakening. Until finally, at the end of the spiritual path, you come to a place where there is no self, there is no me, there is no I. There is just one life, with capital L. And that one life is here, but there is not a second fictional self or life, fictional, because it's based on thoughts, right? It's not real. It's imagination. That I, that me. So, yoga leads to awakening, right? And then the last part, the very last part, is you need to work with Advaita, or again, it's another form of yoga that is called Jnana Yoga, after awakening. Now, when the amount of Amrita is big enough, you can have an experience in cosmic consciousness, no less. When your pineal gland is producing significant amount of Amrita. What is Amrita scientifically? Amrita is apparently DMT. So DMT is present in other places. Not only it can be produced by the brain, by the pineal gland, but you can find it in some toads in Central America, in the skin. You can find it in ayahuasca. So DMT is a substance that is used also to ingest and have an awakening. So, but how it works in yoga, so that you have an experience with Amrita that is completely natural, and how you can increase the amount of Amrita in your everyday life, because if you have greater amounts of Amrita or DMT is circulating in your system, you are much happier. Well, here it is. There is a very simple technique that can help you to increase your levels of production of DMT or Amrita in your pineal gland. First of all, smiling. The smile, according to kinesiology, increases the production of DMT. Second, slowing down the mental process, which is something that you can do by chanting the Om mantra in your mind. I have created some videos with the Om mantra that you can look into. And if you use that melody and the Om sound mentally, your mental process, your thinking will decrease significantly. And third, open awareness. Open awareness, which begins with Hakalau by noticing the peripheral vision, but then becomes independent of Hakalau. It's simply opening the awareness consciously. So when you put these three together, you have a powerful technique that works according to kinesiology. We have figured out that works in just 7 minutes. In 7 minutes, meditating using this technique, you should begin to have an increase in your DMT, internal DMT. So how it works? Well, it's very simple. You close your eyes and allow consciousness to expand. Yeah. Second, you begin to chant Om mentally. And third, you gently smile. That's all there is to it. With that, in about 7 minutes, your levels of DMT will begin to rise. I suggest that you do this for 15 to 20 minutes in the morning. With kinesiology, we have found that the best time to do it is first thing in the morning when you wake up. And this is what is at the tip of the pyramid, at the top of yoga. It's about Amrita. Side note. Remarkably, when you have already practiced for some time, open awareness plus the Buddha smile and chanting Om mentally, if you start practicing just one of these three, the other two happen automatically. For example, you start chanting Om mentally, then the focus of consciousness opens up by itself and smiling happens spontaneously. Then you will have a powerful awakening, and then farther down the line you will need to do embodiment work anyway, right? So for that you look into the course in psychology of consciousness. By the way, there are other ways to wake up. This is the yogic way. There are other ways that are easier. Side note, striving to quiet the mind may make you anxious. If that is the case, change the mantra from Om to Yes, allowing whatever arises, thoughts and feelings, to be as they are. You can also do this, increase your Amrita, through a similar technique that is more traditional in yoga. Instead of having open awareness plus the chanting of Om and the half smile or a smile, you focus here on the spiritual eye, and then you do the same. You chant Om internally in a very relaxed manner, and at the same time you gently smile. This will also work, but according to kinesiology, and it's my experience too, it works in about 15 to 17 minutes, not earlier, while open awareness begins to increase your DMT levels after only 7 minutes. So you can try one way or the other. It's okay. There's no rush. Side note. It is counterproductive to strive for peak experiences. It is better to focus spiritual action on 2 elements. 1. As much as possible live in contentment, a feeling of moderate bliss, by practicing techniques such as those explained in this video. And 2. Use the surrendering technique presented extensively in other videos to purify the mind by eliminating egotistical thoughts and feelings. Contentment and purification of the mind, like 2 sure-footed horses, will safely pull the carriage of your spiritual life, first to awakening to your true nature and then to liberation.